Good morning, boys and girls. I always love it when Sandy Monroe says that on his videos. If you haven't checked it out, look up Sandy on YouTube and check out the videos on his disassembling of the Model Y and 3. So today's episode of About EVs, we're going to do paint protection film. I'm going to attempt it and let you guys know how it works out. So I'm just going to do the rocker panels today. I have rocker panels and I have the front bumper, which is supposed to be pretty challenging. So I think I'll try the rocker panels first and see how it all works out. And if that goes smooth, then look for another video where I attempt the impossible. So let me show you guys what I actually have as far as equipment goes to put this on. I mean, today's a relatively nice day. It's about 60 degrees or so. So temperature is important. I heard that you really want to install this stuff between like 60 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So today's really the first nice sunny day. They say don't do it in inclement weather. Even though I'm doing it inside, I don't want too much humidity in the air. So today's a dry day. There's almost no wind. It's sunny. So it's a good day to try it. So here comes the equipment. All right, so what you can see here is I got everything set up to apply this thing. I have my lights on it. I've got my stool. And then over here, I set up a table with all my stuff. So I got my paint protection film here. This is computer cut and I ordered online. It's Scotchgard Pro. So this is the rockers and the door guards, which they gave me, but I'm not going to do the door guards today. You really need a heat gun to put those on properly, and I don't have one yet. It's coming. So that'll be, maybe I'll do another video on how to do that, because there's a special technique to get those on the right way. You got your slip solution, which I have in my Lysol spray bottle here. Don't inject this at home, kids. That is mostly distilled water. It's just got a little bit of baby shampoo in it. And what they did supply me with is a little syringe, because they only wanted me to put 1 millimeter in. So that's 98% distilled water, a little bit of baby shampoo. So that's my slip solution. That's mostly what I'm going to use to be able to spray it on and position it. And then you have the tack solution. So I'm going to mostly use that at first to clean the car and clay bar it, at least where I'm going to apply it. And then I'm going to use it like kind of sparingly wherever I need, just for it to stick temporarily. That is about 20-25% isopropyl alcohol. I use 90%. But you can use 70 or 90, and the rest is distilled water. Other than that, I have a razor knife, which I don't know if I'm going to use because the pattern's all computer cut, so it's nice to have if I do need it. Some scissors, what I probably do is once I unroll these patterns is I'll cut them out individually, so it's easier for me to see what I'm doing. And then I have my black squeegee bar that I'm going to use to actually put the film on with. And I have a couple of microfiber cloths to wipe it down. One's going to be for cleaning it, and the other one's just going to be to wipe it down as I apply it. And of course, got coffee. All right, guys, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my alcohol tack solution, and I'm just going to spray down the whole rocker panel with it and then wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. That's going to remove all the wax and any other gook that's on there. The car is pretty new. I don't really think it's got much on it, but I'm just going to go through the procedures like I would normally would. So let me put that in time lapse. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do to prep this guy is I'm going to use the same alcohol tack solution. I'm going to wet it down, and then I'm just going to clay bar the whole bottom rocker area, just in case there's any contaminants on there or a road tar or something like that. It has been driven a little bit. The car only has 130 miles on it, so it's probably not that bad, but just part of the steps. I'm gonna do that and clay bar it, and I'll put that in time lapse as well. Here we go. All right, so the car's all prepped. What we're gonna do now is rinse it down with the slip solution, and then we're gonna peel the film, rinse that down as we're peeling it, and apply it onto the car. And I was told for the rockers to just work from one side to the other. So I think what I'll do is just work from the back, because that's the thicker part. I'll get everything lined up, and then I'll just work from the back to the front, squeegeeing everything down as I go, and wiping it afterwards, and just inspecting the work. And if I need to, I'll pull it up and re-wet it. But hopefully it goes pretty smooth. We'll put it all in time lapse, and then take a look when it's done and see if it's good enough. If it's good enough for me, then it's probably good enough for you, because I'm stupid sick OCD. So let's check it out, see how it goes. All right, so it took quite a while to get it even in a rough position. It's still not quite right, but it's a little bit short on the front, but I think it just needs to stretch as I go. So I'm gonna go from the back to the front, and we'll see how it goes. I'll put it in time lapse. All right, this side's done. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not 100% perfect. There's some little bubbles here and there. I'm hoping they come out at some point. And there's some spots where I got a little close to the edge, and I was supposed to stay 1/8 of an inch away, so it's having trouble like kind of bonding on the little wraparound there. But I think it'll go away if I heat it a little bit. Probably that'll go away. It's hard to see. I really have to look for all this stuff. Overall, not bad. I would say it's probably a 97% out of 100 perfect. So not too bad. It took a while, which kind of scares me to do the hood, the front bumper, but we'll see how the other side goes. Now that I've practiced at least one, I think maybe the other side won't be too bad. All right, guys, we're back, and the paint protection film is done. But I wasn't really happy with the way it came out on this side. The first side, the driver's side, actually came out pretty decent. I was pretty happy with it. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting pretty good at this. So I did the passenger side, and that side had like some weirdness. It had some like bubbles in there, and it had some like weirdness where the adhesive didn't stick right, and it had some like crazy shadowing things going on under there. I mean, it was okay, and I could have left it, and maybe it would have been fine over time. Because a lot of people say just leave it and it'll eventually go away on its own. But what I really didn't like about it is the way the cuts were on it. They didn't actually go all the way to the end of the wheel and like wrap inside. So basically over here, it was totally exposed on the inside of the wheel, and I'll show you. Let me get a better view. So on the inside of the wheel here, basically the way the pattern was cut, it was actually stopping right about here, and I got a picture of that I'll show you. And that's it, and it actually stopped about here too. So like all the paint inside here, inside the wheel here, on these rocker panel cutouts would have been exposed totally.
And it was the same way on the back too. I didn't like that at all. So what I did is first of all, I said after the problem I went through of putting this one on and how it came out, I wasn't really happy with it. There was no way I was gonna do the front of the car by myself, and that's the other piece I had. So I definitely chickened out on doing that. And I went to a professional and had them install my piece on the front. And I also had them redo the rockers. So now they not only go all the way to the edge, but they actually also wrap inside here. So that's all covered in there. Like this piece goes up to here now, and it actually is like blends right with this crease here. So it's really nice, one piece. It flows with the body, and you really don't notice it unless you're really, really, looking for it. You can see it's right here. My car's making a lot of noises because it's doing a software update right now. But it also wraps inside really nice, and I got total coverage there. And then I had them do behind each wheel too. So they did a nice job of coming up. This whole section here is covered, and it's covered back here too, underneath. And it also wraps inside. So I had them do all that as well. The front wheel here too is also covered above this section. This section here is covered, wrapped inside. Really nice job on that. And of course the front nose came out great. I can't see it. I would have really struggled to get it as beautiful as they did. Now, Christine's making all kinds of noises because she's doing a software update right now to 12.11, I think. But it really came out good. It looks good on both sides. So the other thing I did is I attempted to do, and I got these free with my kit, the door edge guards. And they came out really nice on the front doors. Back doors were a little bit more challenging. This one didn't come out too bad. There's a little bit of a ridge here that I don't like, but maybe that'll just go away. The rest of this door came out pretty good, and I know it's dark over here in the garage, so it's hard to see. This side, I'm not crazy about the way it came out, but after a day, it's starting to get a little better, but there's some weirdness in here. I think I was touching it as I was stretching it, and it doesn't like that at all. And I also, I put a little stress cut here that I didn't need to do. I could have stretched it. And I didn't really go all the way to the top like I did on the other one. Not that I probably need it, but it goes way down and underneath a little bit because that's the length I had. I may redo this side in the back. The fronts came out really good. But anyway, I did the door edge guards, I did the rockers, and I did behind every wheel. And I mostly had a professional do it, even after I did the rockers myself. And that part of the video you can see. It's really a job that I probably would recommend you have a pro do it, unless you can practice first on maybe an older car, a car that's got some miles on it that you don't really care so much about. But if you're going right to a brand new car like mine and you're gonna put paint protection film on and it's your first time doing it, have somebody do it. From my experience, that's my recommendation to you. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I wanna thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. Super appreciate that, really helps me out. We're getting almost to 100 subscribers as of last check, which is yesterday, I think I checked, and we are 80 something, so super cool. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll know when new content comes out. I try my best to do a video every week, and I got so many things lined up to do on this car and on EVs in general. I also want to compare this car to the Bolt, so we got a lot of cool stuff coming. Stay tuned and stay healthy. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot. Take care.